Hey y'all, I know it's been a while, I know, but today I have to make a video about my year abroad, and I could sit down and do a Q&A, but I thought that'd be kind of boring. So I have errands to run today, so I was like, why not run my errands and then answer the questions while I go? So let me get ready and then we'll go. So I'm out and about, and my first stop is the bookstore because I'm on my 4th book for the last week and I need a new book. And so yeah, that's what I'm on my way to. I'm about to get on the metro, and the first question is, how did I adjust and what was my biggest challenge? I would say adjusting came fairly easy because it's not my first time doing like a long stay in Spain. But my biggest challenge, probably when I first got here, had to be the time difference. But everything else, gracias, everything else that posed a problem, like medicine, doctors, language barriers, it's like it's nothing at this point. And my language has gotten better, my Spanish has gotten better, and it's just, I don't know, the adjustment was really easy. Now, if a challenge did pose itself, now that I think about it, it was something like I didn't know how to do stuff easily like the locals, you know, like I was spending a lot of money when I first got here because I didn't know how to do things cheaply, like how to affordably take like the metro, like with certain tickets, or how to grocery shop without like carrying so many things. Just little things, if anything, pose a challenge. But over time, it's like you learn these things because you just observe, or people help you, people tell you, stuff like that. Gracias. So I'm just having something small to eat and coffee because my stomach is killing me. But anyway, the following question is cheap route or luxury. How can you get started? I feel like there's really no cheap route to moving abroad or traveling because it does cost money. But I feel like you don't have to do things expensively or lavishly. It really just depends on your situation and how you prefer to live and how you prefer to travel. But it can go either way. I feel like it should be a good balance because I feel like you don't need to do the most to enjoy your trip. You don't need the best things to look like you're enjoying your trip. I feel like don't go above your means and just live regularly. And as far as getting started, it's just, I feel like first plan where you want to go, budget, and then from there you need to save. I just, prior to coming here, I just saved so much. Like I stopped getting my hair done, I stopped getting my nails done. I was eating out a lot because I love to eat, but things that like for vanity, it's just like I stopped spending my money on because it was so much, and I would prefer to spend my money on things like traveling or moving abroad or whatever I needed to do to make this happen. So it's like you really have to prioritize and sacrifice. I just have to say that these potatoes that I ordered are busted. My next stop is Urban Outfitters because I need to return this dress that I thought was so cute, but Saxon told me it looks like a sex costume. I'm like, what? And so now I'm like, I don't want it anymore. Low key because he said it looks like a sex costume, but also because I didn't really have any shoes to wear with it and it's cold. I don't know when I'm gonna wear it, so I'm just gonna return it. Vale.
¿Tu nombre y apellido?
Keri, K-E-R-I.
Sí.
Y mi apellido es H-I-L-L. Sí.
Perfecto.
Dress returns. So now I have a dentist appointment because I have a cleaning, but I have like an hour until my dentist appointment, so I have to find something to do. Anyway, the next question, what would you recommend to others when it comes to picking the right city/country to move to? It's just preference. Every culture and country has something different to offer, so it's like, what are you interested in? What do you like? What do you want to know more about? For me, I have been studying Spanish since I was 8, and I loved Spanish. Like, I don't know why, I just took like such a liking to it, but I loved it. So because like I just love Spanish and the culture, like I had a really good Spanish teacher who was from Spain, and it just really like, it just always stayed with me. And so it was just like, Spain was a no-brainer. So that's how I ended up choosing Spain, because I had an interest in the language, I had an interest in the culture. But it's really all about preference. What do you like? What do you want to discover? What do you want to experience? But if you have no exact preference or like a desired place, if you have a list of places, I would just pick one of those and just go because it's for the experience. Like, you're just gonna gain something from it regardless. Next stop is my dentist appointment, which I'm gonna be like 5 minutes late to. But have I encountered Any travel nurses out here? How do they like it? I don't know any travel nurses. Next question. How long was the planning process? What are the first steps someone should take? Okay, y'all, let me tell y'all. After I leave out the dentist. And I don't know why today, because it's an office that the people speak different languages, and when I go I always speak English, and I don't know why today I did my whole appointment in Spanish. I was so happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can talk. The planning process, literally it was only October of 2020. I woke up one day and I decided I'm going back to Spain, and I'm going in January. So I really only had 3 months to plan to do what I was gonna do. Luckily I had enough funds saved up to where I would be comfortable and I could pay for my school and everything, so that works out well. Now obviously that's not realistic for everyone, so as far as planning, I say take all the time that you need. So whether that's 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years, all the time you need to do it correctly, because once you take the leap, you don't want to mess anything, or you don't want anything to be messed up, or you don't want to have to cut your trip short because you rushed or you didn't plan correctly. Now as for the first steps you should take when planning: 1, pick your place. 2, research about the culture and the customs of that place that you're going to. Research about the cost of living of where you're going, and from there you can budget. And then after that, everything kind of just falls into place. I forgot to mention, I'm getting my metro ticket. I forgot to mention to also research the areas that you're going to be staying in, or like just research about all the areas of wherever you're going and to see what people say about them, because you don't want to put yourself in an unsafe situation or a dangerous area. Okay, now I'm waiting on the metro because I'm going to get, or not metro, the train, because I'm going to get some of my favorite tapas and wine. Anyway, culture shocks. The life is a lot slower, which I love, and which is one of my favorite things about Spain. There's no rushing. You can take your time. Life isn't all about work. You can bring your dogs in damn near everywhere, in a store, in a restaurant. Wherever you go, your dog can go. Public transportation is amazing. You literally don't need a car. It does not matter your status. If you want to catch the train, the bus, or the metro, you're going to do it, and it's the best thing for you to do. And along with the public transportation being awesome, it's also, Barcelona is such a walking city, so I had to learn how to love how to walk. And it really has grown on me, because I used to take the taxi everywhere. But it's really beautiful to get out to walk. Like, if something was 30 minutes away, like a walk, I wouldn't go. But now I walk 30 minutes. Also, everybody smokes. So you know how at home we get ready for the club at like 11, stay out till like 1. Well here, you can get ready at 11. You pre-game to about 1, 2, however you want. And then you stay out until 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Lastly, I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana, so we have Southern hospitality. It's yes ma'am, yes sir, excuse me, how you doing? Here, nobody says excuse me. Nobody is overly like, thank you, or like, you know, it's just not that. They don't have that southernness. And I was just like, at first I was like, okay, like, now it's not like they're rude. Now it's just like, okay, this is just how they are. So the place I'm at, I come here often. I get these little balls, like boudin balls, but not really. But yeah, it's like mashed potatoes, some meat in there, and they got like a little tomato and garlic oil sauce. It's good. So the last question is, what is your best combo stars with strangers? A compliment, LOL. Honestly, I don't approach people. People approach me. I need to start approaching people because I feel I get more people that way. But I have like an anxiety with it, so like I just don't like doing it. So I wait for people to approach me, and then usually they're just like, hey, like, where are you from? Are you here by yourself? And then the conversation just kind of starts from there. Like they'll give me a compliment, and I'll give one back, of course, and then it just goes like that. But I never ever approach anybody first, like ever. Any interaction I've made, people just come up to me. Quiero 3 bombetas.
3 bombetas.
Sí, y una copa de vino blanco, algo seco.
¿Seco?
Sí, por favor, y ya está. So I'm inserting this clip in here before I end the vlog because I forgot a question, but the question was along the lines of what made me decide that I didn't want to live in the US. And basically I just always knew that I wanted to get out of Baton Rouge, but when I thought about like anywhere else I wanted to live in the US, nothing really hit me like in my spirit. It's like I just couldn't see myself making anywhere else in the US home. And so that's why I was like, well, Europe it is, or Europe for now, because it can possibly be another country in the future. But also it's like other countries just have such a rich and deep culture, and I feel like the US doesn't have its own culture. Like, it's very diverse. We have a little mix and bit of everything, but it's just not, it's not rich, you know. So everywhere else to me is better than the US, and that was just enough to like sell me and not want to stay there. Okay y'all, so that was my day. That was all the questions. If y'all have any more questions, of course you can comment below or send me something on Instagram. But sí, gracias por seguirme. Ya está, chao.